These fighters thought that they could bully Naoya Inoue and come out on top.
Catch up. Oh, vicious.
They had no idea that they had chosen to step in the ring with an actual monster.
Change up levels, going to the body and then coming upstairs with stoppage.
Both of these fighters thought that they could use their bigger size to their advantage, but size isn't everything when facing a beast like Inoue. These fighters were taught a lesson in humility by one of the deadliest boxers in the sport, and he's not stopping anytime soon. On September 3rd, 2024, at the Ariake Arena in Tokyo, Japan, Naoya Inoue fought against TJ Doheny to retain his undisputed super bantamweight titles. Many critics believe that this was more of a horrific mismatch, and many believe that Inoue should have fought a more dangerous mandatory fighter, such as Murodjon Akhmadaliev. Doheny only got the fight because Inoue's preferred opponent, Sam Goodman, got a hand injury and opted for a different fight. On top of that, Doheny came under fire for rehydrating so much between the weigh-in and the fight, and he was much heavier than Inoue by the time they entered the ring.
Everything's in perfect condition, and I couldn't ask for being in a better position right now, and I'm really honored to be challenging for the Undisputed World Championship.
Inoue chose a crafty southpaw like TJ so that he could work on his defense though, after he suffered a knockdown from his fight with Luis Neri.
Everybody has their flaws and can be touched and can be put down, and no matter what happens, I know I've got the power to put anybody down in this division. So
Round 1 started out cautiously, with Inoue observing Doheny's southpaw stance with little action occurring.
Around that guard of Inoue.
Of the Naoya Inoue, Doheny gets taken back in the monsters in this fight.
That's what he's doing. Inoue.
Devastating body puncher in the game.
Inoue really started to work his jab as he targeted TJ's body, and he pressured his challenger, who was keeping a high guard.
And you see the bum rush there from Doheny.
With a back foot counter, with an uppercut. He's fainting. See that? Throw something out at range. He's looking at the shot.
He's got a crafty shot at beating you. Is going to be to deliver that left hand
straight back in the straight line, keeping the
success with that as well. Bonito Donaire, a three-punch flurry. Nothing so hard yet, but he's establishing his offense against the southpaw veteran.
This was Doheny's best round by far, as he used some successful body shots and feints that puzzled Inoue.
And then he'll start turning it up a bit, but he's close enough.
So there it is, right hand. Inoue to go to the body like he did there. Good defensive response.
Nice little feint right there from Doheny. Got himself in position.
Perfect defense that left. Shot advantage. Nice right there to the body from
Inoue realized that he had to switch up his strategy, so he started counter-punching in order to draw TJ out, and his shots were much cleaner than his opponent's.
Karate. I didn't think this fight was going that long, Bernardo. I'm letting you know. And it's making not willing to let those hands go.
Is there a cut now?
Again, it almost feels like one side left right there.
Here in the fourth round, Inoue, as of yet.
But it almost feels like Inoue right there. He's not touching anything, but he's keeping it.
Yeah, let Inoue come over the top by going to the body. Nice not going from Doheny.
But he's not going there.
Yeah.
See, he's still hesitant. Nice change up levels. Going to the body and then coming upstairs with stoppage. That's the shot.
Inoue kept up the pressure as he landed hard uppercuts, and Doheny's aggression died out as the round went on.
I'm very impressed with that, man. Look up to me.
Nice left there from Doheny. Now the straight jab, the quick combination, but defense from Doheny. Only the first one comes.
I'm gonna tell you, that right hook will finish that shot. He's going to try to set up that shot to me.
Nice. Landed and shook Doheny up for a second.
It's gonna be the body work.
And that's what you've got to do. Pick your poison, Tim.
Well, when he steps back, that's a big right there. Now, Inoue's he's starting to get in his rhythm. He's felt the power. No, bewildered.
From TJ Doheny to close out another solid.
Inoue took complete control at this point as he pinned Doheny in the corner, and TJ was clearly damaged by a series of body shots and a right overhand.
The world title got chopped up by Well, but
Doheny combinations that he's throwing.
Punches and bunches going so far. Although there, the nice right.
A lot of respect to the defense. You know that it's still got a lot to learn.
Oh, nice liver shot.
You're always perfecting your craft down the middle.
And he's blocking a lot of those punches now. Naoya Inoue, as we see there. Pep to a step now, like he found something, Tim. And there you had a straight right across the face.
He wants this fight to go into the later rounds. I don't know, I'm just getting this sense he might be carrying him. Maybe, I mean, so Inoue starting to turn
Here, halfway through this fight, and that straight right on the face of Doheny. It's the body work that could pay dividends for Naoya. Team on those pop shots from Doheny now. Ooh, that's a nice stiff jab though, up the gut. There, Naoya Inoue, that body work pins Doheny back against the rope.
This round was short-lived as Inoue landed a quick flurry to TJ's body that ended up ending the fight only 16 seconds into the round.
They're hard to see too. They're fast and lightning. They're lightning quick and they're hard.
Prolific body punchers, and now you see the reaction from Doheny. That one hurt him. And I don't know if it's ankle
He said, hold
or
up.
his back.
He said, hold up.
Yes, he
Hold
did.
up. He hit me in the stomach and he just dislocated my back.
He punched me through my spine.
He punched me through my stomach.
And that's
While
it.
no one could see it happen, it turns out that a flurry of body shots in the 6th round caused a nerve or disc issue that made his leg give out.
Steam on those pop shots from Doheny now. Ooh, that's a nice stiff jab though, up the gut. There, oh yeah, anyway, that body work pins Doheny back against the rope.
During the live broadcast, Doheny shouted strong language as his back gave out, and the network had to issue an apology. On January 24th, 2025, at the Ariake Arena in Tokyo, Japan, Naoya Inoue fought to retain his undisputed super bantamweight world titles while facing Yejun Kim. Kim wasn't Inoue's original opponent though, as he was meant to fight Sam Goodman originally, but Sam ended up getting injured at the last minute and pulled out of the fight twice.
I was just surprised. I was running. I was running on the floor. So they noticed me 2 weeks ago. You could fight Inoue.
Though Yejun Kim was ready to face Inoue, he was only given 13 days to prepare for the actual fight. Kim claimed that he was more than prepared for Inoue specifically, and he gave himself the nickname Pacquiweather as a hybrid of Pacquiao and Mayweather. At the time, Yejun Kim was undefeated against Japanese fighters with a record of 7 victories and 0 losses, and he assumed he would crush Inoue.
I've been training for Inoue. I always training like my training suit only for Inoue. It's my time. I crush him.
Inoue started out cautiously as he used the jab to figure out his distance, and Kim seemed focused on his high guard and patiently waiting.
On Top Rank Boxing on ESPN.
And I could have bet you stance that Kim was going to come out in, and I thought it was going to be the southpaw stance. And the reason why that left hook, so he's available forward, he's getting close, staying close enough to be able to counter. The time Inoue, if he can. When Inoue,
the Docomo sponsored gloves, so you know the winning gloves tend to not be puncher's gloves.
Linky fighter, and now he's facing the southpaw.
Countryman said I'm familiar with it and how to deal with the power of Naoya Inoue. Now it's one thing to train them.
Yeah, you know, looking at film sometimes, even when things are starting to heat up in the next 2 rounds, I believe.
Inoue upped his output in this round, and as he found his range, he managed to land effective shots as Kim really started slowing down.
Well, Terrence Crawford's going to be going for 3 times when he faces Canelo Alvarez. If Canelo can get that from the IBF before they supposedly fight in the month of September. All right, round 2 scheduled on the line for junior featherweight against Yejun Kim. The reason he started the fight is because he was they used to bully him and make fun of him, and here he is defending himself against.
Again, solid positioning, short step, defense look on point tonight. Look at his offense, might look like he's creeping towards you and then he explodes.
Shots that Inoue, when he misses, are going to be open for the counter left from Kim.
Exactly.
Nice right though from Inoue.
Inoue a little bit too much right now. He needs to get some respect. Let Inoue know that here, I'm here.
Changing opportunity, and the question here is Kim's life. According to ESPN betting, Naoya Inoue plus 1,800 into this fight. Inoue closing the gap.
But Inoue still needs to be cautious right now. You know, you don't want to do that against a puncher. You don't. Could run into trouble. Nice jab right there from Kim.
Yep, a snapping jab.
Change not too long ago. It was like a
There it
level
is,
change downstairs.
And it was able to parry that partially. That's where a nice short right hand from Naoya Inoue. You see the timing and the precision from the Japanese champion. Another short right.
At the start of the round, Kim really started out with high spirits as he landed combos while looking out of his swollen left eye, but Inoue still managed to come out on top.
That he's the better fighter of the two. I really do. And I think he wins that fight. It will be challenging in spots. You know, Baranchyk is tough. You know, he moves in and out. He has, you know, gives different looks.
All right, we'll also see Xander Zayas, Vito Milnicki. We'll see Abdullah Mason, Nico Aliwaj. So a stacked card. Japanese fans is at home once again at the Ariake Arena. 5,000 plus in the house. 122 pounds against Yeji Jun Kim.
One of the best body punches in the game. Naoya Inoue.
It was a 1-2.
He sure did. Yes, he did.
Gets the combo off. Jun Kim was going to be once they stepped into the ring.
Kim is fighting
his shots.
Kim is fighting a disciplined fighter. Up. He's not getting wild. You know, he's standing. So he's having opportunities himself. Sometimes he takes chances.
Yep.
That's why we love him, right? Yep. However, he puts himself in harm. And he wasn't. I'm glad he has experience from fighting 4 southpaws in a row. However, he wasn't expecting this.
Right.
I don't think he was expecting. Trying to use some lateral movement right here to set a trap.
That's a nice dip. There's that 1-2 from Kim, and then he takes a straight right hand from Naoya Inoue.
The fell out the trunks of Kim.
Knocked the patch up.
Ooh, vicious.
Body work, 122 pounds, where for now, Naoya Inoue
Inoue wasted no time in pressuring Kim, and after Kim egged him on, Inoue obliged his request and dropped him with a massive straight right hand.
And if that inflammation continues, oh, that's
just a trip.
Under the left eye of Kim. Cutman Ray Fry can't get that under control. That's going to spell trouble for that right hand of Naoya Inoue, which is snappy.
So you see Inoue getting right to it, landing that right hand right now. You see a lot of times because Inoue's speed and power is so fast, right? It's almost like he has to make himself vulnerable so guys can open up. So that,
you know, the last early stoppage that Inoue had was against Michael Arenas, June of 2020. Not a quick starter, but he's starting to get in here in the 4th round. Yeah. That jab is going to set up the rest of his offense. He's a prolific jabber, and that sets up the right-left monster.
Nice step back just to clear those punches. Was on it.
Ooh, nice as Kim tried to step out. And the problem with facing Inoue is you have to pick your poison shots. He's got to open up. Oh, nice combination.
Eye on the head, too. That's what I like. That's what you got to do. Oh, my God.
Nice
but I like that, too.
Inoue. And then he starts to pour it on. You can hear the thudding shots from Naoya Inoue. Oh, be careful what you ask for. Oh my gosh. You know what was on the
While Ye Jun Kim might not have meant his gestures as cocky, it didn't matter to Inoue, and he obliged his motions and put an end to any hopes Kim had of walking away victorious.
You can hear the thudding shots from Naoya Inoue.
Comment who you think should fight Inoue next, and like and subscribe for more. Goodbye.